getting to that age,
Because it looks like it'll drain out. It goes to the east, right?
On behalf of our elected officials, Lisa Weekly and Laura Gasberry, and our city manager, Scott Miller, I'd like to welcome everybody to the grand opening of our Leavenworth Animal Control Facility. This project started about 6 years ago. When I took over as chief, we sat down and we said, what are some things we need to improve on? And it was glaringly obvious to all of us that we needed a new animal control facility. And so we set about the business of convincing the decision makers to do that, and they've been very gracious as they consider all of these projects, what are very important and could equally be done. We're very, very grateful for that. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I think the Leavenworth Police Department takes a significant step forward in our ability to provide effective public safety. I firmly believe that a well cared-for pet population provides good public safety to our community. This building lets us do that. This has been a learning process for all of us at the police department. By trade and profession, this is really not what we do, build buildings, work with contractors. We get paid to take people to jail. So it's been a learning process for us. What I did learn, though, is there's a lot of people that are helpful in something like this. There's citizen groups like Laws. They've been great helping us out, talking to the commissioners, encouraging to vote for this project. We've had a number of outside people help us get educated about how to build a building like this. But reality is there's only about 3 people that I think are responsible for this building standing here today. And I'm going to spend just a minute or two talking about them. First of all, from the police department, Lieutenant Sean Goki. You know, I got a lot going on, and I got to have somebody that's down here every day making 1,000 different decisions for me, like where the light switches go and what color the rooms are going to be. Right, Megan? You know, you got to have somebody down there, and Sean Goki has just been extraordinary. He reviews all of those decisions. We make sure that the bills are, accurate. Now, we did hire an architect, Williams Spurgeon, Fresh Knock and Cool. I kept calling him WKRP in Cincinnati. And Rick has been intimately involved in designing the project. But working for Rick is Daylin. Daylin is the kind of person that you're glad to have on your team. She is the person that tells all these big burly contractors, this is not right. This bolt is not supposed to be here, it's supposed to be here. And that's the detail that she gave to this project. She is maniacal. She is a little crazy. I think that the subcontractors really don't like Daylin, but we love her. And during all of this, she took about 6 weeks off to have a baby that we thought was going to be named Pat, but unfortunately it ended up being Camille. I don't know what happened with that whole deal. How's she doing now? She's like 1.5 years, right? She's doing great. All right, and then finally, my favorite kind of guy in the entire world, a guy that's been around forever, seen it, done it all, never got worried about one thing, and that's our man Dennis, the foreman back there. When I came down, maybe about once a week or so, Dennis would stop what he was doing. He would answer questions that I'm quite sure he's already answered 10 or 11 times by somebody that was visiting. He was quite patient and just an absolute delight to work for. Anytime we had an issue, never got worried about it. We figured it out and we solved it. And so I really wanted to take a minute today and identify those 3 people. So let's recognize them one more time. Okay, so let me just talk one little excuse about the landscaping, okay? We had landscaping planned, but about 30 days before we were ready, the company went out of business. And so we had a little hiccup with that. We do have plans for landscaping. But it's July and August, it's going to get hot, so we think we're going to wait about 6 or 8 weeks before we do that to make sure that it gets done and done right. So anyway, again, on behalf of the police department and everybody, I thank you very much for coming out. I'll turn it over now to the mayor, Mark Preisinger, for a quick minute, and then we'll have a ribbon cutting, and we'll get everybody inside out of the heat and show you around.
It's a great day that we have a new animal control facility. The other one, a couple hundred yards north of here, been in business, the chief told me, around 40 years. It's been flooded 3 times in the last 10 or 15 years, and probably more so than that in the last 40. We've moved the animals out to the old Walmart. We've had to evacuate them many times. The facility is long overdue to be replaced, and I think we all should be proud of this. This should be a facility that lasts Leavenworth for the next 40 plus years. It's 7,800 square feet, it's 10% greater in area than the other animal control facility, but all the things that it has in here it's much better than what we had before. We want to thank Cindy Dressler and her staff who will be running this and the work they'll be putting in to keep this going. I'm sure they're very happy that they have a new facility. I won't say much more. I know you're standing out in the sun. I'm in the shade. I'm a little bit cool, but you're probably not. So I think we should start with the ribbon cutting and then go on the tour. And we have one little puppy here, 11 weeks old. And any other dogs in the audience or cats? Yeah, but she's in the shade too. So why don't we get started with the ribbon cutting? Thank you.
Whoa, really?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Okay, folks, let's go on inside. We'll give you some tours. Come on in.
And this is the last room on ventilation, so the cats that are sick with colds and that they go in here, or if they've got some health problems. Right now, we just have the 2 kitties. This one came in vomiting, and that's a tiny little one. I don't know if you can see him back there in the back.
Don't show anymore.
Oh, well, they're everywhere.
So it's separated off from the rest.
So you could get, if the facility is closed, someone could get in.
Everything's established there. You know,
Cindy, she's close to everybody, and she does have rescue. And then Cindy,
but no, it's, but yeah, wait, you can go look.